Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. This is primarily a drone show. We'll be sharing adventures from all over the world. We hope to have interesting guests every week, and we're glad that you tuned in tonight. We'll be flying different drones in different locations. We encourage viewer participation in the chat. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Every week, we'll have another interesting guest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be sharing various adventures by our guests as well as myself. And thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly live Monday night. And I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I know it's around dinner time and you guys are busy, but I really appreciate it. I really do. I've been doing these live streams now for going on 3 years. Johnny and I started with the Fly for Fun show, and then he started a live stream on his own, and I started a live stream on my own, and we're having fun doing it. And that's a big focus of our other show, the Fly for Fun show, is go out there, have fun while you're flying. A lot of guys take it just way too serious. It's all about making money, but we're going to talk about that tonight. We are going to definitely talk to my special guest, and if you guys have seen the post and on Facebook, it's Mark Fisher from Vision Media Productions up in Rhode Island. And, he is one of the, the superstars of the drone community as far as I'm concerned. I tease him, but I really mean it too. When I say he's the man, the myth, the legend, he is one of the most knowledgeable guys regarding drones that I know. And, he's a master editor, and, and now he's into the FPV. He's into that Avata flying, which is so cool. And but he's going to share some experiences that he's recently had, and hopefully we can all learn from it. And but I got to say hello to everybody in the chat, and because you don't know how much it means to me that you guys watch, really. And JC, John, he was number one, and Angel, Drone Guy 42, he was right behind him, number two, and TJ was number three. I tell you guys, I really appreciate it. And then I saw Michael Wright, Texas Arts Drone Guy, and East Coast Thrills was there. Dusty, how you doing? Good to see you. And it was a pleasure meeting you at the South Florida Drone Meetup, and I'm glad that you're part of this community now. So welcome. And there's Joel, Mr. Skyfly, and Joe, Jaybird, always good to see you. And Sergeant Rock, how you doing? Good to see you. And Bud Beaver's in the house tonight. And Paul, he's on the stream here, but he said he wasn't going to be watching because he's going to fly. And I was going to talk about Paul anyway, because I give Paul so much credit. Not only does he have a great live stream and Facebook page, the United States Drone Society, but he's following a big theme that I have and Johnny has, and that's to get kids involved with flying drones. And Paul, he's got his whole family flying drones. He's got his son Benjamin and his other son Paul Jr., and he's even got his wife flying drones. So kudos to Paul, really. And I just happen to have my iced tea and the United States Drone Society coffee mug. And I appreciate winning that on this show. And Paul's going to watch the replay. So, Paul, have a great flight tonight. And it's great that you're flying with your whole family. But anyway, we got another drone superstar in the house. And a lot of guys will probably start guessing who I'm going to name, but it's Johnny Drone Flyer. How you doing, Johnny? Good to see you. My buddy. We talk every day, every other day, and we keep in touch and we try to keep on top of what's happening. But we got a great show lined up. Before I forget to mention it later, the Fly for Fun show is all about the viewers this week. We're going to be showing the videos that the viewers have sent in, and I know you're going to enjoy that. So be sure to tune in the Fly for Fun show at 7 p.m. with myself and Johnny. But anyway, let me get back to the names. Some of the names. I don't want to miss anybody. And we got Bob Casey. How you doing, Bob? Good to see you. And Lee, Yellow Rose Jones, and Dominic, Northside Hawk. How you doing? And Dominic's coming to us all the way from Australia. And that's another amazing thing about these live streams. You know, you reach people all over the world, and it's so cool. It really is. And Alan, I don't know if I said Alan's name earlier, Drone Views Media. He's watching over in Ireland, and I really appreciate that. And I still have Ireland on my drone bucket list. I want to get over there and fly with Alan. So hopefully that's going to happen. But we got Stephen Knowles in the house and Silas Seeger. How you doing? Good to see you. And Brian, Waypoint, New England. And Bill Hooper, Outdoors. How you doing? And I think I said Bud Beaver already. How you doing, Bud? And Lambo's in the house. How you doing, Lambo? Good to see you. And Max is even watching tonight. How you doing, Max? Good to see you. I tell you, I'm gonna tell everybody that I didn't have any shrimp and lobster in the back room for Mark. All I had was beef jerky, and he started complaining about it. You know, he says, I need steak. I need lobster. So he started his own barbecue there. Maybe he'll he'll show it a little later. But anyway, I got to say thank you to Mark because he's taking the time out. He's actually cooking his steaks while the live stream's going, and I thought that was so cool. But anyway, Fly Guy Merrill's in the house, and Joel, Mr. Skyfly. I might have said him already, but anyway, I don't want to keep our special guest in the back room too much longer. So I want you to give a warm welcome to Mark Fisher of Vision Media Productions up in Rhode Island.
Yo,
Hey,
what's going on? Hey, listen, yeah, I couldn't wait on because I was starving. My wife is hungry, and so beef jerky. Come on, man, like that. Come on. So I said, let me just throw some steaks on the grill, right? And actually, I'm gonna flip them around right now. Just give them a nice little turn. There you
this
go.
might be a first. This might be a
Yeah,
first, Mark.
yeah, this is it. This is it right here. So got some really nice steaks going on here. We're slow cooking them right now. Then I'm gonna grill them up really nice. So yeah. Oh, and I got listen. Let me tell you something. I picked up this really good seasoning for them.
Okay.
This is like better than the stuff that Johnny Dronefly gave me. That Tony stuff. Man, you got to pick you up some. Man, this stuff is like amazing. It's like the
Oh yeah,
best
hot shot,
seasoning.
hot shot.
Hot shot.
Really?
Wait a minute. I
Okay.
put that.
Isn't that roach spray?
Oh, babe, we can't eat the steak. I mistake. I mistake the roach spray for the barbecue.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. But I think this is the first, Mark,
Yeah, I
being
think
on a
so, right?
live stream cooking steaks. But I'll
Yeah,
tell
that's
you,
it.
I am so,
We should do a cooking show, right?
I know, a cooking show, good idea. But I'm
Hey,
so
listen.
glad you took
I,
time out of your busy schedule to be on tonight. Thank you.
and right up until the last minute, I know I probably had you a little scared there, but I just got out of a meeting with a company, and I know we're gonna talk a little bit about how you take and get jobs in the
Exactly.
drone world or whatever, and I'll give you some tips on that too, but a little later on. But I first want to say thank you, Captain Ray, and it's I think it's a great success that you and Johnny and with the Fly for Fun show, and I think now that I've known you for at least over 2 years, or is it 3 years? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
3 years. Yeah. You
Three
came to
years,
the
right?
first South Florida drone meetup. You were the
That's
hero
right.
of the South Florida drone meetup that year.
Johnny said that's for Ingrid. I like now that you can see the comments, right?
Yeah, it's
So
nice. It's nice. And if I miss them,
and then
and
I
don't forget, guys, too. If you have any questions for Mark, please put them in, and we'll try to get them answered because Mark is a wealth of knowledge.
I appreciate that. So I want to also thank everybody that's on the show tonight and that tuned in and took time out of their lives to tune in and just catch this live show. I wish I can catch all the live shows. There's so many and they're so great. You know what I mean? But it's tough. Like you said, we have so many. We got busy lives, whatever. But whenever I can catch it. I like to catch the Fly for Fun show. As you see, uh,
Nice
Johnny,
shirt. I like that
Johnny,
shirt.
isn't this a nice shirt? Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. I asked Johnny. I said, Johnny, I need some shirts, right? And then I said, hey, tell me how much it's gonna cost. Whatever. He's like, oh, what? Didn't even ask me for my address because he already knew my address, right? And he goes, oh, well, what size? That's all he asked is my size, right? And I said, Baby Gap. Okay, I didn't say Baby Gap. I said medium. But anyways, but but no 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 sooner than you think in my mailbox. There you go. Three
Johnny is
wonderful
good about
shirts.
that.
Now I said, Johnny, do you have Zelle? He doesn't have Zelle. So I meant to try to call you and try to talk to you. So we might be able to take care of this right now. So do you have Zelle where you can wire money to? I gotta
Zell?
figure out how I
No,
can get
no.
money to Johnny for these shirts.
You're going to have to give it to him personally at the South Florida Drone Meetup next year. That's all. Because I
If
was so
you
disappointed. Nobody would pick you up on the side of the
it,
highway.
here's the here's the scary thing about that though, Captain Ray, is that will he wait that long, or will he send the Louisiana Italian mob after me? You know what I mean? Because
Well, you
he is
never know.
Italian.
You just never know.
You never know, right?
But they are nice shirts, no doubt about it.
They're amazing
And
shirts.
and I'll tell you, Mark, the color looks so nice on you.
Don't you like it with my nice flesh red tan here?
I'm telling you. So listen, we got our first question from Bud. What are you flying, and how long have you been flying?
So I've been flying for like 8 years. Oh, over 8 years maybe. But and I've flown a lot of drones. I've been smart lately in trying to keep the number of drones that I have. So I've flown from anywhere from Phantom 1, Phantom 2, Phantom 3, Phantom 4, Phantom 5, no Phantom 5s. No Phantom 5s. We were waiting on the Phantom 5. So Phantom 4 Plus,
Ain't happening.
and then from the Mavics, all the Mavics. I do not
Hey Al, how you
fly.
doing?
Hey Al, how are you, man? And I do not fly mini drones though. I'm opposed to mini drones. I don't see the need. Now if I lived, yeah, here it comes. Watch.
Yeah, but look how cute they are. Look at
It
that.
is. It's so cute. It's such a nice toy. No, I
Yeah,
think
go ahead.
I think they have a time and a place. And don't get me wrong. You know, a lot like you say, oh wow, it's about showing up to a place, right? And we'll get into that a little later about showing up to a place. Before when you showed up with an Inspire, you meant business, right?
Oh
Because you got
yeah,
this
yeah.
big drone coming out. But when the Inspire, when the Mavic started coming out, and and the Phantom come out, and they had these powerful cameras on it, and you could just whip it out and get it in the air quick. You didn't have to half build this thing, right? So
Right.
uh, it just made it easier, right? But it just shows that you made business. So if I show up on a construction site
With a
and I
mini.
whip out a little mini
Right.
drone, it just doesn't look right. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
anybody can probably did it, right? But yeah, so that's one of the things why I don't fly mini. I don't never have to. Who worries about $5 registration? If it's 249 greens because you got to pay $5.
Yeah.
You know what? Buy a mini Air. I mean, buy a Air 2S or the new Air 3 coming out. I mean, that's an amazing drone. The Air 2S, amazing drone, right? But you gotta look at it during the day. If you know your settings on a drone during the day, you can get some spectacular off the the Mini 3 Pro, whatever it is. you can get some spectacular drone footage. If you put a filter on, if you set your settings right, if you know what you're doing during the day, you're fine. What happens is at night is when everything starts to get a little difficult. It's when you need the micro four thirds camera or one inch sensor. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that makes the difference. During the day, it doesn't really make too much of a huge difference. Then you got to think about where are we putting this stuff. Unless you're shooting for a movie, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're only putting it on Facebook, YouTube, or
YouTube. Yeah.
Instagram, or Twitter, or whatever, right? And they're gonna compress it anyway. So
Exactly.
at the end of the day, but you do want to shoot in the highest, whatever frame rates and the most raw you can, in order to put the best uh, quality image on Facebook before they crush it, right? So
Yeah.
that's important.
Well, that's good. I tell you. You are like and I didn't just say that to make you feel good. You are one of the most knowledgeable drone pilots that I know among us drone pilots, our community. You really are a great pilot. But lately, you've been flying FPV, you know, and you love
Yeah,
the Avata. You really do.
I think the Avada is an amazing piece of machine. It's a really great tool. You know, so when
And you're
when
using
they
it
did it,
professionally too, right?
yeah, yeah. So what happened was, well, when I started to move into like, flying indoors, this was all started with like Amazon and USA Roofing, which is USA Roofing's all over. Amazon's all over the place. I think it's 179, 170 something warehouses and for this area alone, whatever, right? So when I started flying indoors for Amazon and all that, um, and then USA Roofing, I started using the Air 2S, right? Because I'm flying to like Little Gap and stuff like that, and I wanted a Gap, but I
Hey,
wasn't ready
Ron.
for FPV at the time.
Yep.
Avata came out and it was perfect. It was smaller than a Air 2S, It did everything you had to do. You didn't have to be this expert FPV. Listen, I don't need to be an expert. All I needed
Well, you picked
at
it
the
up
end of the
quick.
job
You
is my
picked it up
paycheck.
quick.
You know what I mean? At the end of my job, as long as I'm getting a paycheck, I don't care. I don't need to do a flip and say I'm the best FPV pilot ever. You know what I mean? It's not about that for me. I'm not
Right,
trying to
right,
be
right.
better than anybody else. I'm just trying to put food on my table. It's been that since the beginning, because when I first got into flying drones, it was for so hold up. So I got into drones um because I wanted to save lives.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to use the drone to go out and find people and lost people. But then
Missing
I
people. Yeah.
realized I lived in Rhode Island. Nobody's lost here.
Yeah.
We don't got mountains. We don't have huge forests, and whatever.
It's
So
funny you brought that up just now about missing people. Well, I was waiting for you to come in the back room. I got notified of a missing elderly woman on the phone.
that's no,
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah, yeah. I love
yeah.
drones for that reason, right? Of course, that's not mentioned a
How you
lot.
doing, Michael Belshi?
Let me go check on my steaks here real
Yeah, you
quick
got to
before.
check on your stakes. But
Yeah,
I tell
yeah.
you guys, thank you for watching the show. We got a great guest, Mark Fisher. He's one of the drone superstars, as I said in the intro. And he's going to share a lot more knowledge with us. But right now, he had to check on his stakes. This is a
I'm good.
first.
So,
So
so
tell me, um, let me show one of your videos first. Right now would be a good time to show one of your FPV videos, and I have it queued up. So maybe you can narrate over it when I show it
okay,
and tell people what you're flying. Even though I
yeah.
uh, I think it's the FPV, but there
Oh,
we
I must have been
go.
having fun.
So tell
I
us.
don't post a lot of my my commercials shot for businesses. That's
All
their
right,
material. Sometimes I'm in contract and I can't, so I don't post a lot of it.
all right. Let's see if I can get this to play. What are you flying here?
Oh, so that's the Mavic 3.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the Mavic 3.
Yeah.
I know you were FPV flying here. Okay, I
No.
clicked on the wrong one. Okay. Well, you're
Oh,
flying it like an FPV drone.
you could I think the commercials on there, that would be a good one to show. It should say Northeast Auto Body or something like that.
Okay, we'll
Yeah,
show
no,
that one too.
that's
But now your editing is incredible. And the way you chase boats, I follow boats. I don't chase them. I follow them when I fly.
right, right. I think what happens is you gotta just not be afraid anymore, right? You just gotta say, hey, you know what?
But you keep the videos moving. You really do.
Yeah. So I was kayaking with my wife when I shot this, and it was this
You're
family over
kayaking?
there. Yeah, we were
Very cool.
kayaking, and so there was this family there having a cookout, and they had this tubing thing or
Very
whatever.
cool.
Yeah, so then I just pulled out and then the guy came up to me. Have you seen the guy on the paddle boat, like the
Yeah.
paddle surfing, whatever? He came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you think I'll be able to get that footage?" And I was like, "I'm gonna go home and put together a video. You guys could check it out." And they were like all excited and stuff like that. So
Hey, Jimmy.
yeah,
How you doing, Jimmy?
yeah.
Hey, we
So
got Captain Joe in the house too. How you doing,
Captain
Captain Joe?
Joe, USA,
And
baby.
Props Media. But yeah, um, but you fly in some incredible places. You like flying on the water, by the water, like I do.
Yeah, I love the water. I love flying over water. I love flying as close as I can to the water, except that same area.
You want to talk about that? I was going to let you bring it up. You want to
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
us what happened recently?
So I
A
was
lot
in
of
that
guys in
same.
the chat don't know about this.
So the
Probably.
day before that, my wife and I went there to just hang out, sit on the water and get into the water, whatever. It was hot, and so I bring my FPV drone, the POS FPV drone, and I got it up and I got home point, whatever. And I'm flying with with the motion controller. And I know there's a lot of people that, oh, you know, fly acro and fly with the thing. I love the motion controller. At the end of the day, that's my thing. I love it. And so I get it going. I could go 60 miles an hour with that thing. So I get it up and I take off and I got about 50 yards out and it went like this, right into the water.
Really?
Like, like I didn't do nothing. And I had just been flying that earlier that day. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
And
and
everything
so
was fine up until that point, right?
yeah, everything was fine. I got home point, whatever, they did this and that, and it was just crazy, babe, babe, sorry,
Well, that ain't
babe.
the first time one of the FPV drones had
I
fallen
heard
out of the
Eddie's
sky.
just took a dip into the water, right?
Right.
So let me just check on these.
No, go ahead. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, so
But
it just died right into the water. I can't believe it.
yeah, and like Bud says, ouch. Yeah, no, that hurts. It does.
Yeah.
I was shocked
So
when I first heard about it.
yeah, it
And
was.
I called you and offered my condolences.
Right. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it, man. It's just let me see. Uh babe, babe, can you bring me something to put the steaks in? Can you bring me something to put the steaks in?
Yeah, and
So
Dusty
so
says
what
it's
happened was
scary, and
though,
it is scary, Dusty.
I
Yes,
didn't know I didn't know that like I didn't know that if you don't have your phone connected, I thought, that's where you can get your flight record so I can send it into DJI. Right?
right.
And so he said, "Is your guest grilling?"
Yeah,
I'm
he's
grilling.
grilling some steak on the grill.
No, I'm grilling you, man, Andrew. No, I'm just joking. Um,
How you doing,
so,
Andrew?
so, so, well, I called up DJI and I said, "Listen, my drone took a dip in the water." And
Hmm.
they're like, "Oh, so what you do is, I didn't realize it,
Okay.
but you can use the goggles. and go online to get your flight records.
Oh, there you go.
So your
See this?
goggles record the flight records all the
Yeah.
time.
Thinking
So
about it.
I'm gonna do that as soon as I get a chance. I'm gonna send them in, and I'm gonna
Very
put
cool. So
one.
you will have that.
Right away, I
Good.
went and bought another one anyway.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
That's good.
like
Yeah.
the
I knew
2 days
you
later.
would, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Well, one of the guys in my group, really nice. I mean, my man, he hooked me up, man. Listen, it was incredible what he charged me for this thing. It was brand new, never even been flown, never been activated. Yeah, $250.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, just awesome.
Man, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna go grab the steaks. You guys
No
can see them
good.
coming off the grill.
Yeah, now you got everybody getting hungry for steaks.
Everybody's hungry now. Yep.
Oh, this is something. But
All right, we got it. Look at she banged me like this whole like. That's where we're gonna put them. And look at those steaks, huh? I think that should be done right there. Those look done.
Captain Joe saying he just had some Popeye fried chicken.
Oh, I like Popeye's fried chicken though. They got a good frozen lemonade too.
But anyway, yeah.
So we got some grilled onions here. I don't know how I'm gonna get those off the grill, but shut this down. It's the best way. I mean, when it's hot out like this, grilling outside. And you know why I like to grill?
Angel's starting up his grill. He's getting his ready now.
I'm getting my grill ready too. Wait, the drone guy 42. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's do it.
Hey, John, how you doing, John?
Let's get
JB
the
Race
grilling
Cars,
happening.
how you doing?
Let's get the grilling happening, yo. So this is the best, like grilling during
Jay Bird's
now.
hungry.
Trying to get the. There we go. See, there's always a
Joe
way to do it.
Joe Folio's in the house. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, forget about it, Joe. All right, so sorry about this. Sorry about this, guys.
Thanks a lot, Jimmy. I appreciate that. Yeah, but really, Mark Fisher, he is the rock star here, and he's a chef tonight.
I'm a chef. I'm chefing it up tonight. You got
I'm
me.
telling you, I did not expect this at all.
Hey, babe.
But if you gotta
Say
go,
hi. Say hi to Captain.
oh,
Hello, everyone.
hey, how you doing, Ingrid? Good to see
I'm
you.
good. How are you?
Good, good. You got to bring this guy down to the South Florida Drone meetup next year. He couldn't hitch a
We're
ride
coming.
this year.
We're coming. We're coming.
He's going.
All right.
He's going.
All right, I'm going. I'm going. So, all right.
You know,
So,
Mark, I got to get back to that video of you, and I should have queued that one up because I don't know if that one's on the channel though, because you did that live on Facebook, didn't you? Trying to
what's
hitch
that
a
one?
ride down to the South Florida Drone meetup.
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
so funny. You had us
Listen,
all laughing.
I was like, I wanted to go so bad, believe me, but it just wasn't timing and all that. I had something much going on, and yeah. So.
Well, I know you're going to be there in 2024 at the fourth annual.
Oh,
So
absolutely, without a
let me
doubt.
just tell everybody about it. We're having our fourth annual South Florida Drone Meetup on August 6th, 2024, at the Jensen Beach Causeway Park in Jensen Beach, Florida. And it's really a 4-day event. We have a meet and greet on Friday night, and then a main day of flying on Saturday, and a second day of flying on Sunday, and we finish it up with a half-day fishing trip on Monday.
I'm doing the
But
whole ride. I'm doing the whole ride.
I'm glad to hear that, Mark. Really,
Yeah.
and Mark. A lot of people in the chat don't know that you were the hero of the first annual South Florida Drone Meetup when, unfortunately, an
Yeah, I was just
FPV
trying to make
drone
a name for
went in
myself.
the water. And you were the brave one who stripped down to your underwear and went in
He said,
and,
and ladies
got
and gentlemen, I
that
had a
drone
speedo on, and
and got
everybody
that
loved
drone
it.
back for the guy.
And
Yeah. So that was cool. That was the highlight. That was the highlight of that meetup
that
when
was
you
that
went
was a
in
lot of fun.
and
And
recovered that
and
drone.
like I said, before that I didn't know none of you guys, and I was very very I didn't know about any of these shows. I didn't know, it's I'm just so glad because like I thought I was the only drone pilot in the world. Yeah,
Well, I tell you,
that's
we
true.
had such a good time, and there was hardly anybody flying because it was so windy that day. But
Yeah,
last year we had over 125 pilots come.
that's amazing.
We had
That's
them all
awesome.
over the United States, and two
Yeah,
pilots came down from Canada, and
yeah,
that was great. Gary Foster and Jim Beauchart came down from Canada,
yeah,
and it was just a fun,
that's
fun day.
amazing.
And we're getting to know these guys even better now.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and we got some new ones.
yeah.
And
I mean, you can't beat it. Being in South Florida at that time of the year, and then just getting to meet up with a whole bunch of people. I mean, it's a trip in itself, and it's a vacation, right? And you get to fly and actually just meet a whole bunch of people. So it's a win-win situation, man. It's just
and
amazing.
like East Coast Thrills, he met us all down at the South Florida Drone Meetup, and now he's part of our community. And he brought his son too, which was great. I was so glad that he brought his son. Um, so Dusty, please come back in 2024.
Yeah, 2024 is gonna be awesome, man. Yep.
So, but
So
anyway, Mark, tell the viewers how you go about getting your professional drone jobs. Is there any trick, or how do you do it? I know you're a great drone pilot and a great
rules.
editor, and I know that has a lot to do with it. But how did you? Uh oh, he froze up.
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
Ah, you got me. Okay. I was starting to panic, to be honest with you.
No, we did freeze for a minute there, but okay, tell me that again. How do I go about getting drone jobs?
Yeah, how do you go about it? I know
So
you're a great drone pilot and you're a great editor, and
right, so I just want. All right, so let me explain from the beginning. Like what I was talking about, I wanted to fly drones to find people, all right? But then I realized, um, when I was flying drones in the like, I think it was like the Phantom 3. By the time of Phantom 3, Phantom 2, I had to learn the camera, right? But I'm like, I'm not gonna learn the camera while the drone's in the air. So I bought
right.
a camera. I bought my first Sony camera. There's no other cameras out there. Sony's the best. I'm just joking. But anyways,
Well,
um,
it is. Sony is the best. I,
Sony is definitely.
I have a Canon back there myself.
So
MB Drone, how you doing? Good to see you.
I wanted I wanted to learn the camera aspect of it because I didn't know about shutter speed and all this and that. So I bought a camera and I said, I'll learn this and then I'll take what I learned on the camera on the ground because I'm not afraid of doing what I'm doing while I'm flying. I'll learn it good here and then I'll transfer my knowledge up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little bit different because, you're in the air, obviously, and you're not just on the ground where there's a lot of obstructions, right? So you get a little bit more light when you're in the air. So it's a little different. But if you start to understand it, then shutter speed and aperture and ISO and all these, then it gets deeper. So when I got the camera, I said to myself, all right, now I'm not gonna go find people because there's not people to find. So I'm not gonna do that. Where am I gonna go with this? I didn't think just doing drone work. It wasn't. I needed to have a full out media company. And then I said to myself, I said, I'm gonna purchase cameras to get almost every possible shot that I can get. If it's underwater, if it's in the air, if it's going through something, or doing this or doing that. And so that's began my buying spree. We gotta keep this on the low because my wife's right here. All right. So
Okay. Yeah.
so yeah. So then gimbals and you know, uh like different cameras and action cameras and so all these things came into play because to be a production company, you gotta produce not just aerial. So a lot of people are like, all right, it limits you to when you just stick to drones, depending on where you're at with drones, depending on what avenue you're gonna go down with a drone. Okay,
Right.
you can map with a drone. Okay, that's a different whole story. That's another whole industry that's happening, right? You
Yeah.
can do you can do real estate with a drone. Now, real estate's tough. Real estate's a little tough because I'm telling you now,
A lot of
don't get
competition,
into
right?
drones to do real estate
Isn't there a
because
lot of competition?
there's a lot of competition first and foremost, and they don't want to pay you
Right. I
unless you're
heard that.
shooting $1 million houses. Let me tell you something, and he'll probably back me up on this. But Ken Dono, he's not just getting, he's not just offering drone shots. He's got a camera and he's got a gimbal and he goes inside and he gets, you know what I mean? So he's well rounded and he's getting jobs where they're million
Right.
dollar houses, $500. You know what I mean?
Oh
And he's
yeah.
got a lot of clients. You know what I mean? So
He's well established. Ken Dono is well
definitely
established
well
over
established. Yeah, and he
there.
does good work.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Tammy Jean. Tammy Jean's in the house. How you doing?
he's learned a lot of the aspects. So don't
We got
if
another
I had
question for you, Mark, from Bud. Do you have any children? And did they
cutting
cut
your
into your
drone
drone
buying.
buying?
I like these questions. My children are grown, man. I'm 50. I'm Hey, Tammy Jean. I'm 56 years old. My children are in their 30s. I have grandchildren. They don't cut into my drone buying. And I don't buy drones no more like I used to. Believe me when I tell you, I had a lot of drones. I actually have a drone that nobody in this country has. Then there's only 10
I
of them
remember
made.
that. It's a Polish drone, isn't
It's
it?
a
If I
Polish
remember
drone.
right.
There's only 10 made in the world. There's only 10 of them. And it's
It's one of the
huge.
biggest drones I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a pretty big drone.
It's
Yeah. So,
amazing.
but I don't buy drones no more like I used to. I'm not the enthusiast like I was before, because, you buy a drone and that drone does the same exact thing that other drone does, and it's okay. And I'm listen, if that's what you love doing, if you like to buy different drones, but they're all gonna give you the same thing almost. They're
Right.
all gonna give you the same thing. Like
Well,
you,
well, right now, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but what's your favorite drone right now?
I have the Mavic 3 and it does the job.
Yep, Mavic 3. I just happen to have it right here.
Yeah.
And you
It's
know I love this one.
I love that drone. I love that
Yeah.
drone. I mean, it's a great drone. You know, the Mavic 3 Pro. If I didn't have the Mavic 3, I probably would buy the Mavic 3 Pro. I don't see the need for me to get the Mavic 3 Pro. Come on, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, he does. My dog's gonna go pee. Go, come on, Juju, come on. All right. So, if listen, you gotta sit back and say, what avenue do I want to go down?
Yeah.
Do I want to have a full production company? All right, now you need to start learning more cameras. What shots you want to get, what companies you want to target. You know, I'm gonna give you. This is important right here for the drone world.
Okay.
Understand this. It hurts all drone pilots that are Part 107 that doing work with drone work when you charge very little just because you want to get the job.
Exactly.
It
Right.
kills the industry. It makes it like, oh, I could pay a guy $100 to take photos of or do this on a house or take video of a thing. Let me tell you something. You got to understand your self worth. You learning how to fly that drone. You learning the camera on that drone. You going and studying the Part 107 course, okay? You going out there and getting the experience. That all in
Right.
money.
That's worth
You
money.
should be
A lot of
making
money.
$800 to $1,500 half a day. $815. That's about the minimum. That's the minimum.
The drone pilot's going to have to get a union.
It kills the
Yeah.
industry.
No,
Like
you're absolutely right,
it
Mark.
kills the
A lot
industry,
of
and you're
guys
like,
just don't charge
that's
enough,
why people don't want to pay. They're like, oh, I can get this, and then you got the guy that's out there, and he
and they're doing
doesn't
it
have.
anyway
Listen,
without a
and
license.
another thing is too. Listen, Do not go on a job and think that you're gonna put in intelligent flight modes to get those shots. You better learn every single intelligent flight mode manually.
Well, I think now would be the perfect time to show that awesome auto body video. And I tell you, when I first saw this video, I was so impressed, really.
Thank you,
Well, let's
man.
let's just take a minute out and watch it, and you can narrate over it. Look at this
So
lion.
43 people working in this auto body shop, and you're never gonna get a day that something's not going on in this place. And so it was so difficult to just even set this whole thing up. There was more gonna happen, um, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it, and I picked the day to do it, and we did it, and I shot it like, and I wanted to do a cameo. A lot of people think I messed up flying through this, but I didn't.
I
I
thought
hit
that
that
was so
shot.
cool.
I wanted to do a cameo on the drone, and I thought that would be the best time. So
Yeah.
if
DJ
you
should
see
use
right
that.
there, I did Nick.
DJI
I
should use
did
that.
Nick.
But look at this.
Yeah, 43,000 square feet.
I mean, I was like, my mouth was open when I was watching it. Wow.
That's awesome.
Really. And I know you've probably watched it many times, but this is
Editing it
incredible.
wasn't hard editing it because you
Well,
of
it's a
course
one
I
shot,
shot it in a
right?
log.
One shot.
It's a one shot. Yeah, absolutely, it's a one shot. Yep. The only time I cut this thing was to do the cameo, and I flew through that thing. So,
Yeah, right.
and I didn't
But
have a lot
you
of
had all the
practice because,
employees working with you, right?
yeah, I didn't have a lot of practice on this because you got to understand, as clients coming through that door, this is a really busy establishment.
Very cool, man. This must have got him a lot of business already. I can tell you that
It
right
did
now.
100. So it's over 190,000 views on that video alone.
I believe it.
But
Yeah.
I do commercials for them every single week.
Oh, you shoot their regular commercials also,
Yeah,
right?
every week. Yep,
Wow.
every week.
That's
So in 28 days, they've gotten 300 and something thousand views on. It's way over that now, but that was about a month ago.
so there you go, guys. This is how you get your commercial jobs. Listen to Mark Fisher.
Yeah. Well, no, you gotta open up the door. Don't lose any work, because like the
I'm
thing
not
is,
good at sharing links. I should have copied it before, but I didn't.
um, you gotta open up the doors. Don't limit yourself to drone stuff. If you want to just fly drone, that's fine. But if you're looking to get into work, open it. And believe me when I tell you, don't be afraid to charge those prices, because they will pay it as long as we all stay on the guidelines of what drone
Exactly.
pilots get paid. The thing
Right.
is, you got to understand, you got a $3,000, $2,000 drone up there first and foremost. All the money you spent on it, learning how to use it and this and that, you know, and not only that, get out there. And what I did is I went to a open field, and I learned all those flying modes, like whatever intelligent flight mode was. I learned how to a droney. Make sure you know how to get that droney front and
Right. A
coming
lot
back.
of guys just don't use those added features. They don't.
No,
Yeah.
I don't use the intelligent flight modes.
Or
I
you
want to
fly
use
it manually yourself.
you got to learn it manually, because you
Okay.
can't depend on that all the time. It's
Yeah.
good if you
Hmm.
know you can. It's fine, but learn it manually, because then you got full control of that drone. And let me tell you something. You will uh, limit the times you crash. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, I tell you, I was so impressed with that Northeast Auto Body commercial. The one shot. Really. I was like, I
Cut it
still am.
into
Every
it.
time I watch it, I
Drone
shake my head and say,
drone
"Wow."
shot. Drone shot says cut it in two and it'll be a two
Yeah,
shot.
I know. I wanted to bring that to your attention. Hey, Jody. Yeah, that's true, man.
I like it. So
Yeah.
I got a lot more of those coming up.
And John Carroll has another good tip here about getting jobs. Don't be afraid to knock on doors, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, solicit yourself. You got to go to businesses. It's almost like knocking on doors. You gotta go to your local business owners, man. Once you get in the foot in the door, listen, don't stop there. Northeast Auto Body. What I did is after that commercial, I sat down with the owner and I said, "All right, what do you want to go with this?" And he hired me. So now he's one of my clients, and I take care of all his Facebook stuff.
Yep. Yep. That's good. That's great, actually.
So he's one of my clients. I just shot with another business owner for Union Fence. Now he's another one of my clients I just signed on today. I got other clients that have been signed on, and we take care of their accounts and whatever and wherever they want to go with it. Of course, if they just want one commercial. But right now I'm shooting for a Captain John's whale,
Whaling boat
a
tours.
whaling boat. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, really?
whaling
Oh,
boat.
that'll be
Yeah,
a fun shoot to go
I'm
on.
yeah, I'm trying to talk them into doing a commercial and talking about So
Oh, that'll
tomorrow,
be.
on Wednesday, I'll be heading out to Cape Cod um, on another job, and then I'm gonna stop and try to get some shock.
Yeah, you're not afraid to travel. I know that.
Oh no,
And you're gonna go try to find some sharks.
yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
go to
you got a
Race
lot
Point.
of those great whites up there in the
That's what I'm going to
Northeast.
look for. I'm gonna swim right with him, Captain Ray. No,
Yeah.
they said if you wear a
Well, they're
speedo, you're
down
good.
here off of Long Island. But the big great white sharks, they go up to the Cape every year. Every year
Oh
they're up
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I shot him about 4 years ago. I got about like three 17 footers. Hey, that's my favorite man right there. Hey,
Yep.
Dre, recovery one. Hey, Dre. Hey,
he
Dre.
likes he likes to
I,
joke around.
hey, Dre. Am I good for a hat? As soon as you get them done,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that hat, Dre, man. It's my favorite hat, yo. That's
But
my man,
anyway,
Dre's
Dre,
good for
Dre
business.
had an incident. I spoke
Yeah,
to
he's
him and
he's
I
he's a
offered
good
him my
dude, man.
condolences. He lost his Phantom 4,
Oh,
his
did he?
workhorse drone. After eight
Uh,
batteries of flying on his eighth battery, it did a flyaway on him.
really?
Yeah, so I was so
Well,
sorry
that
to hear
sucks.
that.
And they
And
don't. There's
Dre
no.
is another one of the best pilots in the
Yeah,
country.
he's the
Really.
man, yo. And they don't that the Phantom's all done now, huh? They are no more DJI is not supporting them no more.
No, I saw that. Yes, I read that too. But Bud says he
Hard to get
he
a
can't
wheel.
find any whales in Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
But
is he
anyway,
related to Justin Bieber? Just asking.
but anyway, and we got Tom in the house. How you doing? Lens Capture Online. Good to see you, Tom.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
going on, Tom?
Hey, we even got. I
You
don't
know,
know if he's going by Sid Crowley or Sean, but Mr. Crowley and his drones in the house. How you doing?
Mr.
Good to see
Crowley. Hey,
you.
another thing is too, like, a lot of
No,
people think
no
they have.
whales out in Nevada neither.
Nah, definitely not in Nevada. But a lot of fun places to fly in Nevada, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I see Tom's videos
if
and
I can
Bob
only just
Dempsey's
get one of those
videos.
sand buggies, man. Those
Yeah.
sand
But
buggies, if I could just shoot those. Is it raining out here? Or is it like birds
really,
in
you
the
got
air?
rain coming down? Oh my
I don't
God.
think so. I don't
But
think so.
anyway, yeah. No, I have a feeling we're going to end up seeing a Nevada meetup one day out
That would
there.
be so awesome.
I think it would be. And
Yeah.
I know I had suggested to Bob and maybe Tom too to have it around CES time. But maybe not. Maybe then they jack up the hotel rooms and all of that. So maybe it's
Right,
best
right,
not to
right,
do it around a big event
right.
like that. So,
Well, I think my wife's boss
but
probably
but
owns a
people are
hotel out
trying
there.
to give me a hint to do the contest because they're putting in their numbers already. But
Oh,
we're gonna start it shortly. The first thing I want to
oh,
do though is I just want to talk about the tip of the week. I have that little tip of the week that I give
I'm gonna
Mark.
bring you over to the grill because I hate when there's a whole bunch of flies
And this
on
week's
my
tip
oh,
is always do a site survey. When you get to where you're going to fly, or even before you get there, check it out on Google Map. Check out the satellite. view of it, and then when you get there, check out the trees and the wires, especially. Do a site survey when you get to the spot where you're going to be flying. That's a pretty good tip, right, Mark?
Oh, absolutely. It's called scouting.
Scouting. Yeah, that's another term. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
another term for a scout. Yeah, I always scout, uh, and that's an important thing in the film world. My goodness, you like so USA Roofing, for instance. I did a 9 city whatever shoot, right? And you eh, you go out. Now listen to this. Even when we went out scouting, it's $350 a day. Even when I was on the plane to get where I need to go, it's $350. They're paying me every day. So
Yep.
$350, and it's a $1,500 day shoot. I don't care if you're out there for 3 hours, it's a day shoot. So you get
That's
paid for
good.
the day. Yep.
Right.
And then they
And
pay
that's
for a
how it should
hotel.
be.
So you got to understand that there's companies that will pay that. You know,
Right.
not every
Exactly.
company, but you know.
No. We got Leonard in the house. How you doing, JSK Enterprise? Good to see you. Yeah. But anyway, Mr. Crowley wants to know what the giveaway is, and the giveaway on my show was just a $10 Amazon gift card at the end of the month, and basically, I think we'll do it now, and you're eligible, Mark. Because I didn't tell you what the lucky number is, so put in your lucky numbers, and
I don't. Is it
we'll
1 to
see.
50?
Yeah, between 1 and 50. Yes. Most of the time they get it. Most of the time I miss it.
You know,
Um,
I, you know, the Powerball is up to 900 million.
but if you can't type, Mark, you could just say it. So,
Yeah, I can't type, but I'm gonna
so
say
you.
33.
No, that's not it.
All right, forget it. I knew it.
uh, but I
You're
do
supposed
see
to ask
it.
me why I said
I do
33.
see it. I can't believe it. Somebody got it quick tonight. Yeah.
Somebody got it quick.
Yeah. Waypoint New England, number 6. Yeah, it was number 6. I have it written
Who
down
is it?
right here.
Who is it from
Brian.
New England?
Yeah, Waypoint New England. He got it. Your name will go in the hat again.
Wow, somebody
Yeah.
from my area. See,
Very good.
we're working together on this. You know what I mean?
I know. I know. So, have you been flying for fun lately?
Have
I
I
mean,
been
the other
flying?
day you were flying. Would you consider that flying for fun, even though you
Yeah,
lost
yeah,
your drone?
yeah. I've been doing a lot of I've been doing a lot of flying for fun. I mean, I did I did a flight this morning. I didn't post it on. So I've been working on the FPV with the with this Action 2.
Okay, the Action 2 camera. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because of the FPV POS. The camera is not that great on it. It's okay, but
Hmm.
so I've been trying to work out the where to position it on the you know POS, and you know
Right.
what
Right.
what 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 uh, resolution and what frame rate I should use. So it looks like 4K at 60 frames is good, and but we'll keep on working on it and see what looks good. And
You know.
yeah,
You know what I want to do now because we're running out of time, Mark.
yeah,
I want to show another drone celebrity's video, and that's Jeff
yeah.
Norman. I had the pleasure of flying with him
Huh.
this past week. And
Who is it?
Jeff Norman,
Jeff
and
Norman.
we went to the Jones Beach Water Tower, and we flew sunset, but the birds the birds liked his drone. They really did. So
Oh,
you got to take a look at this
that's
cool
a little
video.
scary, right? Jones Beach Water Tower. Oh, that looks cool. Look at that beach.
I know. This is Jones Beach. Have you see that bird? Look at that bird. Almost
That
took
was
his
pretty
drone
cool.
right out. But you could see him out there. They must have
Wait,
had a nest up in the top.
there's a nest there. Now you gotta
Yeah.
watch out because that might be a peregrine falcon. That looked like a peregrine falcon.
Oh, you think it was a falcon? I thought it was some
Yeah.
kind of hawk or maybe an
No,
osprey.
that's a falcon.
Oh, but look at that sunset that we had that night.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, but he's got some great shots of the
Is
birds.
that
There was
that's
two of them.
that's a falcon.
Okay, it was a falcon. All right, there
That's
you
a
go, Jeff.
peregrine falcon.
But this is an
That's the
incredible
fastest.
video.
That's the fastest bird on the face of the earth.
I was going to show my video, but and then Jeff was kind enough to teach me how to do a time lapse too.
That looked
I had
great.
never
That's
done one.
awesome.
Very cool, Jeff. Thanks for
So
letting me show it.
so yeah, that so most of the time, a lot of times, the peregrine falcons they nest up in those towers like that, and that's
I
why
know.
that bird was coming out. That bird could easily take out a drone, easily.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wasn't going to go anywhere near it, to be honest with you.
no, I wouldn't either.
I was just scared of it.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of them. I
Hey, we
got
got
chased by.
Alex Escardo in the house. How you doing, Alex? Good to
Hey,
see you.
Alex, what's going on, my brother?
You know, and I got to say, more while Alex is here, you know,
Yeah,
you did the first editing presentation at the South
yeah,
Florida Drone Meetup, and yours was
yeah,
excellent. As you
yeah,
know, people
yeah.
learned a lot. But Alex stepped up this past year,
That's
and
good.
he did an excellent editing
I'm sure he
presentation.
did. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
And we got a surprise for next year. We got a new editor lined up just to let everybody. I'm not going to reveal it just yet. You know,
Really
I'm going to keep everybody in suspense. But we're going to do another editing presentation at the South
good.
Florida Drone Meetup, and people will be able to learn. And and
Well,
and again, I enjoy listening to the different speakers. Yours was excellent. Alex's was excellent,
yeah.
and it's always, you know, it's always good to learn something. You know,
Well,
we all
I'm
don't know everything.
I'm coming down and I'm gonna DJ.
Okay, you're gonna be the DJ. All right.
Actually, I'm gonna put my Michael Jackson's outfit on.
Okay. Oh, hey, I meant to ask you before I forget. Are you doing uh, Captain Good this year or no?
I am.
Oh,
I
when's
am.
that? Tell us about that.
Yeah. So that's a project that I work on with another client, Blackstone Valley Tourism, and it's an event that we put together. Um, and I become a pirate, which is fun.
Yeah.
And it's a boat. We go on a boat and we go out. And Captain Whitebeard is the one that stole my treasure, and it's lost. And we fill the boat with like 40 people on it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm actually working on getting sponsors for it right now, and I got a few people that are willing to sponsor it, and we're gonna get grants and stuff because Blackstone Valley Tourism, they're a nonprofit, so.
Yeah.
But
Very
we got the
cool.
Explorer, and it sits 40 people, and it's fun. And I dress up as a
I
pirate.
had that question on my little card
Yeah,
here
so
to ask
Captain
you.
Good
I'm
is
glad. That's
Captain
good.
Good. Yeah,
I'm gonna definitely try to make it this year. I'm gonna
you
buy
should
buy
really,
some
really
tickets.
come. It starts in September,
Yeah, definitely.
and
I'm
it's gonna
looking
go
forward
out
to it.
from September to October. So
But listen, you know, Monday night's a busy night. We got another show going on after this one at 7, and
yeah,
I either Duranify or the World Drone Community with Al Duran and Robbie
yeah,
Gray, and then
yeah.
we got the Grumpy Vlogger.
Oh
They're coming
yeah,
on at 8. And
the
also,
Big Money
Pilot
Man.
Institute has done a live stream on Monday nights. Also, Greg,
Really,
he
Greg.
does a
Yeah,
Q&A, so that's good
yeah,
too.
yeah. I seen that. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then, of course, we got Drone Nation with Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford
Yeah,
and
that comes on
DeMarco
later on
Moore at
tonight.
9 o'clock. So be sure to
Yeah,
tune in for that. They always have a great guest or two on there. Usually they have two special guests.
yeah.
But anyway, Mark,
Yeah,
now's
Ron
the
Brown
time
does
to
a good job.
say good night. Anything you want to promote, and then I'll let you go have your steak. Thank you.
Nothing to promote, but just enjoy this summer, because it doesn't really last. I mean, we'll have the fall to fly, but these are some good days to fly. Make sure you know, um, you tend to forget about doing the calibrations, and that might have been
Right.
my one of the reasons maybe the drone took a dive. I really didn't, calibrate,
Calibrated.
and so
Hmm.
you start flying in different areas. It takes a few minutes to calibrate your drone, and it might save you from having a flyaway or whatever, because this is technology, and technology is not 100%. So
Well, I was so bad when I heard about that. I really felt bad for you. But I knew you'd bounce back, and it wouldn't hold you back. That's for sure. You
oh,
know.
absolutely not. I love that drone a lot, man. It's a
And you,
great
yeah,
drone.
and I started the show with you're one of the best drone pilots in the country, and I really mean that. So,
I
thank you,
appreciate that.
thank you for sharing your knowledge with me personally. Because if I have a question, I know I can just call you. And
Anytime.
thank you for sharing it tonight with our viewers, really. And thank you all in the chat for watching
Yeah,
tonight.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on
So
the show. And yeah,
I think I'm gonna get on the ferry and go up and have some steak with lobster.
yeah, come
Up
on down. I'll
with
come on up.
Mark and Ingrid.
We got the
All
best. We got the best lobster.
right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
So that was